So we're here back again talking about high performance build. I'm very, very excited because our team is back together again for 2025. And we're just kind of checking in with Aaron Jones over at Big Dog Construction and Sean Sanamore that you guys all know and love on Instagram. My gosh, these two are just making it happen. How you guys doing?
Amazing. Off to a great start. 2024 was a big year. It started with, the trade show season where we all get to meet and connect. Very fortunate that I was able to run into Sean in 3D more than once in 2024, and that's always special. Was it three times or four times in 20? It's so hard. A lot of first. BS and Beer Canada had its first real honest building science symposium in Toronto. The fourth annual International Flashing Awareness Day happened, and we got to build some cool stuff. And, proof has been in the pudding recently. We've had some really good mid-construction blower door tests, and yeah, just looking forward to 2025 and how many times I'm going to get to hang out with all of you in person and again, build some more cool things that are airtight and done right.
Yeah, Aaron, it's really exciting to see you at various venues. I mean, again, when we think about what we planned last year and what we executed, I mean, we hit all of our goals. We got to see all of our friends and learn so much more. Last year, my focus was really understanding mechanical rooms, especially in single family homes, and how we can make them better, how we can make that transition to electrifying our homes and what type of equipment it needs to be, and just trying to make sure that that mechanical side that I think our industry is still struggling with, we can help out with proper designs. I think airtightness, especially in BC, because our BC Energy step code, we're now at step code 3 on our way to step code 5. And so it's really exciting to see our industry here in British Columbia make that transition to higher standards. So most of our blower door tests here in BC have to hit 2.5, and we can dive into what that means in a bit here. But the fact that we're getting our buildings to be more energy efficient, which then makes sure that they're more healthy and comfortable and resilient. I mean, we could dive into a whole segment on resiliency these days, but making our shelter supercharged and making sure they're cocoon is exciting. And the events that we got to see and bring in so many exciting leaders in the industry in a room and be able to have those great discussions was just fantastic. And so now we're here in 2025 where we've got our calendar set, we've got those conferences marked off, and it's crazy to think that we're already many days into 2025, and if you don't keep up, it'll get away from you. But that's why proper planning is what makes things work. So really excited for 2025.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's so nice to have you guys back together again and to see that more and more individuals, more and more companies are becoming aware of high performance and what it really means, and to showcase that. For you, Sean, I'm just so curious, what's any big projects coming up this year that you guys are planning for?
Yeah, so sometimes change is where good things are. And when we talk about high performance, one of the things is about new builds. We dive into new builds all the time, where retrofits has always been on the radar. How do we fix our current building stock, and also looking at some bigger buildings? Because again, you're trying to figure out how do we fix the climate emergency and how do we get involved with it? Well, I'm making a transition. I'm going to be a manager of Etro Construction's Revive division, which is just focusing on retrofits. And a lot of that scope work is actually just going to be on mechanicals, because a lot of bigger buildings, they've got big gas boilers, and being able to make that change to more efficient heat pumps, more efficient, mechanical systems is what I get to dive into. And so this particular company's already got some awesome projects underway. They just had finished their first passive house multifamily project that I was kind of their internal consultant on their being an air boss. And so they were able to hit their air tightness goals. And so being able to work with that team to ensure they hit their goals. Because from a builder perspective, when you start off a project, all of the classic pass those principles, the designers, the architects, the consultants are involved in the majority, making sure the fresh air machine's there, the right windows are designed properly, the right wall assembly is there. But the builders take on airtightness, and even on big buildings, they've got a bigger building to wrap and take care of. So great to see that that culture is taken care of in this particular company. But the project that I wanted to just highlight here is that we talk about mass timber and prefab and offsite construction. So one of the buildings that they're currently working on is 100-year-old, and Vancouver is young. We don't have a lot of older buildings, but this one particular one is 100 years old. It's got 100-year-old NLT, so that's nail laminated members that again, I mean, I haven't been able to pull them apart to see if it's a square nail, but the fact that this wood is there, and the fact that we're now going to add 4 stories of brand new mass timber on top of it, it's a really exciting project to talk about, and then try to figure out with the assembly to ensure that it's got the right energy efficiency stuff as well. So that's a really exciting project that I will highlight throughout the year. And there's other ones too that they've got that be really exciting. So retrofits are coming, and I'm looking forward to highlighting those in my career.
Well, congratulations on the new move. I think it's going to be excellent, and we can't wait to learn from you. And we're big fans of Mass Timber here on Offsite Dirt. We were able to interview Mercer Mass Timber, and just the background and information that was so high level for me to understand. Really, I just am fascinated by it. And I love that you say that it's a 100-year-old building and it's still existing and standing, and then you're going to build even more on top of it. It just speaks volumes for how that product wears and tears over the years. And Aaron, you were talking specifically about finishing up a project and kind of bringing into the next level. Why don't you give us an update on that?
I am, but I'm going to touch on one more thing just before I get back to that, because I was able to end 2024 on an extremely high note. And with Sean moving into the retrofit world, it might just kind of go hand in hand. I had the opportunity to sit down and have a great conversation with John Larson. And if you know what a Larson truss is, then you know who I'm talking about. And if you are looking at retrofitting a building, a Larson truss can be a really great option to provide yourself with a massive thermal envelope without a lot of work, without getting into the existing structure. And it's just a tool to have in your toolbox to use. And who knows, maybe somewhere along the way in the future, we'll see Sean retrofitting something with a Larson truss. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up because a lot of these pioneers in our industry, like John Larson, the Harold Orrs, all these people, if you have the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with these people, please do so, because their stories, we only have so much time left to capture them. As for our South Hollow project, we did a very quick and dirty mid-construction blower door test recently, and we were below passive house, 0.4 ACH 50. There was a few details we knew we hadn't addressed, but one of the huge things that I like about doing a blower door test mid-construction, if you think you should be airtight and all of a sudden you're at 2.5, you got to look around. What do you need to address? And if you have a poor blower door number, that also means there's probably a way for water to get in. And while I'm a huge fan of airtight construction, my number one goal is to make sure water stays on the outside.
I love that, and thank you for bringing that up. I think it's so valuable for us to really think of the entire build and all of the parts of it. Well, you just got a 2024 update. We are going to be bringing more high performance build back to Offsite Dirt. We're extremely excited about it, and that's the dirt on Offsite Dirt.